Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. We have the 2022 Epiphone J200. I believe this is the EC. Yep, the EC Studio. So I had a 2019 EJ200 SCE, which look identical as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know why they changed the tag inside, but whatever. It does have an actual real two-piece split back. No problem there. Specs will be down below. Just click on the link for Long McQuaid. Specs will be down below for that on their website. You can see what it's all made out of and stuff. I just want to keep this as a short demo review video for you guys. It does have gold Grover tuners on it. Fishman Electronics. You've got a built-in tuner. You've got a phase switch. You've got bass, mid, and treble, and of course, main, master, volume. And when you push the clip in and pull up, your 9-volt battery just pops in there, and it can easily come out by just pushing on the tab, and you just pull it out. So, and no problem with using Duracells. You should be able to have no problem with energizers and some other batteries. You'll find out, because if you start pushing too much with the fatness of the battery against the bracket, probably shouldn't be using that battery. Use something a little thinner. But Duracells and energizers, they work. So, but anyhow, stock strings. These are definitely some pretty fresh strings. I remember when I got my first one like this in 2019, those stock strings were horrible. But Elixir strings brought that guitar to life. So I'm thinking, when it's time to change the strings, I'm going to do two things with this guitar. One, I'm going to put Elixirs on it because I know I love the sound of the Elixirs. And two, I'm going to change the bridge pins over to Tusk. So I'm not a real fan of plastic for that. Do have a bound fretboard. Fret work is just amazingly done. I've never come across any real problems with Epiphones before. Nut is cut absolutely primo, as per usual with Epiphone guitars. They know how to cut nuts. Gibson, take a listen from your company that you own. We do also have our pickup output jack here. And this just threads on, by the way. And I got to tell you something about this system. It's a lot like the Taylor guitars. It's very, very narrow in that good luck finding a strap that'll securely and safely hold on that without falling off. So Nomad is a company that actually makes these special adapters that you can also use Shaler strap locks, by the way, with no extra mods. They just thread on the same way this does. So you just unscrew this, thread it on, and line it up. There is a process to that too if you get the wrong position when it is snug. There's a hole through here. You can stick an Allen key, loosen the nut off a bit, realign it, and lock the nut back down nice and secure, which you should keep an eye on that once in a while on any of these systems anyways. But you'd be able to get that final turn of the thread nice and snug where you have perfect alignment for the Nomad adapter. And of course, I like the Nomad system they have for this style actually better than what they use for Taylor's, because I have the Taylor one here, and it's the only style they make for the Taylor specific, and it just pops on, but it won't work with this button system because it is different than on this and the Taylor, just enough that it won't work. So as far as it being metric or standard thread, I don't know. Anybody's guess, but I ordered 2 of them last night. So whichever one fits, I'll let you know if it's a metric or standard thread or not, and then you'll know which one to order, because the one that doesn't fit is going back to Amazon, and they're about $28 and change plus tax each. So yeah, that's 30 some bucks I want to get back on my card. So anyways, of course, this is a left-handed model. They do have it in right-handed. I've inspected the guitar thoroughly, and I can't find any blems on any of the finish anywhere. It is also a made in Indonesian model, which I do like the Indonesian stuff from Epiphone. I also don't mind the Chinese stuff. I've never really can say that I've had any bad luck with Chinese or Indonesian guitars when it comes to Epiphone, among other brands that I've had no issues either side. Even with Squires, right? But yeah, it is an Indonesian made. So let's give this thing a little play for you. My last video, do check it out. It was a Yamaha FS800. I did embarrass myself a little bit because it is right-handed. I'm not that great at right-handed, but I'm really good at lefty. So, you know, let's give you a playthrough on this one. Really nice sound. And like I said, I hated the strings on the last one I had. But I had bought that guitar as kind of a emergency backup kind of thing, and I was having a hard time getting used to the really super big and thick body. I mean, I play full-size dreadnoughts, and they're not near even as thick as this beast. So you really got to have a body to get around this thing right. And I thought, all right, you know what? I'm going to give it one more shot. Just try it again. And it's okay. I played it in church this morning, actually unplugged. It did not break through the mix, though, as well as my Taylor's, let alone even my Fender. I have a Fender CC60S. Now, it does have Elixir strings on it. It broke through the mix great for a small guitar. This thing, for such a beast, it really didn't break through the mix as well. So I'm thinking, you know, the strings are definitely an issue there. So we're going to have to get some elixirs on this thing soon. And we'll try again in a few more weeks. I'm on 2 worship teams, and the one team that I was on today, it was our last week, and that's the one I usually do the acoustic with. So the team I'm on with the electric is for the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a few weeks anyway. So it gives me time to, you know, blow these things away and then change them, and maybe I won't be getting, well, I don't know, maybe I'll get some Tusk pins tomorrow. You know, I really don't like plastic. Plastic really does deaden stuff down a bit. You know, I do find that the Tusk is a little bit better. You know, if I could afford the Martin liquid metal bridge pins, I talked to the rep from Martin, and he's like, they really do make a massive difference. He says, if I could show you even one pin right now on a string, you would be like mind blown. And I'm like, yeah, well, right now I'm mind blown at the fact that they're about $200 for those pins. And I'm like, I just can't see that happening for me. I mean, this thing I only paid $700 for, so yeah, I'm not gonna throw a set of $200 pins in it. But anyway, Tusk for $30, yeah, I don't mind. So this is a guitar that, as you know, guys like Elvis and Dylan played these things. Apparently, at least according to all the write-ups on them, and I'm kind of like, wow, I was never really an Elvis fan at all. Honestly, I didn't really like him. Dylan, he's pretty good. He's got some nice stuff. I do play some Dylan stuff, and I like his stuff. Not all of it, but, you know, hey, I'm pick and choosy like anybody else. So, but that's neither here nor there. I don't care who played what guitar. I just find something I like, you know. I like the really nice thickness of the pick guard, and of course the picture they put on it's pretty sweet too. All the inlay work is really nice as well. It really does, make this thing look really awesome. Like the Gibson version to this is like major hemorrhaging of money in comparison. Like this is like the cheaper version of the Gibson, and it actually is. I like it. So anyway. And being a cutaway, you do get access to the upper frets. So at least you're getting access to the frets that you paid for. Unlike dreadnoughts, you kind of lose access unless you got really long fingers, right? So this you can access them. But really super low action on this thing too. Right out of the factory, really nice. The neck does have a little bit of relief in it. I would give that somewhere around maybe 5-6 thousandths, roughly. Which is just enough. It's not dead straight, but it's not, up there, right? And really nice though. And with that low action, it makes it so easy to play this stuff, You don't really have to put any real pressure down on these strings. They're just, wow, nice. So, yeah. I'm in this thing for... I don't know, I guess about 4.5. How's 4.5 out of 5 sound to you? With a high recommendation if you can fit this beast. You gotta get used to it. I mean, to me, it's more of a sit-down guitar. It's more comfortable to sit down with this thing than it is to stand up and try and play it. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it, and I'm kind of looking in the wrong direction, trying to do a couple of the chords, and I'm like, I don't really like standing up with this thing. It's just a little too thick for me. It creates some distance in the wrong direction. So sitting down and playing this thing, I think is fantastic, at least for me. I mean, if I was a much thinner guy, maybe, maybe it would be a lot better for stand-up, but I'm a sit-down player with this thing, and yeah, it works, So I think I can actually finally get used to this thing. Now, if you want to do bar chords, really easy. And you can get your bar chords to ring out really nice. You're not putting in a lot of pressure, like it's just not a whole lot of effort there. Okay, that was my fault. But anyways, so yeah, it's got a nice sound and everything. The pickup system, Fishman is really good stuff. I've never had problems with any Fishman systems, so they've all been great. But I am dinging it for this stupid strap thing because, I've got a really nice leather strap that I actually won yesterday at Long McQuaid. They had a grand opening in Gravenhurst and contest stuff and everything. Won a really cool looking strap, and it's like it won't work on this thing because this stupid part back here. This is fine here. That part's okay. It's this thing. And I have other straps. I have a ton of straps because I had a ton of guitars and I kept the straps pretty well. Sold the guitars off. But, it's none of my straps work with that kind of a system very well at all, right? And it's kind of like, man, it's like, so I had to order a Nomad, which is fine. And you guys will see that because I'm going to do an install video for you guys on this guitar with that Nomad adapter I got, so you can see how it's done, and you'll know the thread style too. Anyways, I'm pretty much done and out of here. Let me know what you guys think of this beast down below. Don't forget to check the description box for the link for Long McQuaid. You'll get whatever specs they've got listed there. If that's not enough for you, go to the Epiphone website, look up the guitar. You'll get probably more info from Epiphone than you would from Long McQuaid. Hard to say. I didn't really look at the specs on the Long McQuaid website yet myself, so I don't know everything that's listed. I don't remember what was there from 2019, but these model numbers are different, sort of. There's a little bit of a difference in them, and this is a 2022 one, but they did change the serial number on it for the model, and it's kind of like, well, sure. Whatever, and now it says studio in there, and it's like plus a little bit of other difference in the numbers. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and see ya.